Tonight, I would like, first of all, to welcome you and thank you, but to go over a couple of things here, which I think we need to discuss and I think you need to understand. The first is this stupid story about Trump being a dictator, about how Trump said he was going to be a dictator, how it was taken out of context, Robert Kagan's suggestion, what this means, and how all of it is a complete and total waste of time because Trump is not going to be allowed to be president irrespective. I mean, Kagan's talking like you saw the Washington Post article, like, he could beat so and so, he could get. What are you talking about? They're not. They gave Biden 82 million votes. I want you to understand this. Not you, but them. When I say you, I mean them. He got 82 million votes. If you think they're going to give this to Trump or allow him to win, you're out of your mind. Number two, Trump wasted yet another example, another time to make his point. He's playing just to his crowd. He's playing just to the usual suspects. He's not doing what's right. He's not focusing on reality. And next, a fascinating issue that AOC brings up about whether we will be forced or whether we will end up checking little girls' genitals for purposes of participation in sports if all these crazy Title IX things are allowed to take place. And it's really not that far-fetched of an idea, but is it? So we'll discuss this and others as well, my friends, as I welcome you aboard to this thing of ours, this evening version of the Lionel Nation show. Remind you, first of all, please subscribe to the channel. You must like this. Likes. They are liking the algorithms and the likes are critical. I know it sounds pathetic to be always asking you, please like me, but it is true. But right now, my friends, as gold and crypto are going crazy, as people are building bunkers for survival, for what appears to be the end of society and reality as we know it, it is time to go to our dear friends at LionelNationGold.com. Listen carefully. Well, chances are you've seen it before. The chaos in the markets, oil and stocks. Just when you thought it was safe and interest rates were rising, new threats come out of nowhere. Tensions are boiling from Asia to Europe. Adaptation is the key here to safeguarding your wealth. You may not have considered gold before. It's not speculation, but insurance. And right now, you need some insurance. Noble Gold Investments have been protecting investors from disaster for years with precious metals. So if you're worried, it might be time to take a fresh look at gold and silver. Gold is a proven safe haven shield for your portfolio and a volatility balance against uncertainty. If it helps, Noble Gold Investments is offering a free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with its new IRAs this month. If you open your Noble Gold Investments IRA or 401k rollover, you can claim your coin today. Remember, crisis brews, portfolios waver, and gold insulates. Secure yourself against the threats. So go to LionelNationGold.com. That's LionelNationGold.com or call 877-646-5347 and tell them Lionel sent you. The only gold company I trust. Now remember, there's always a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind. Okay, my friends, let us begin, shall we? Let us start. And let me thank you, first of all, for being a part of us as you always are. And I can't thank you enough for that. First, in no particular order, I was doing a variety, some commentary today on some platforms. I'll leave it at that. They can get their own publicity. And I was asked the question about what do you think about this business involving, Trump as the dictator and blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me see if I can explain this and bring it to your attention, okay? Okay. It works something like this. Number one, the other day there was a series, I should say, of stories from Liz Cheney and others explaining how Trump cannot be allowed near the White House. Okay. It was critical. Trump cannot be allowed near the White House because what it will end up being is, in essence, a dictatorship. But before I begin, my friend, let me say that I want to say to Mark Creek Water, by the way, a new member, welcome aboard, Mark. And also, the wedding of Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Experience history in the making. Join us as Donald Trump and Barack Obama unite in wedded bliss. Your presence is requested at this extraordinary celebration of love and unity. Thank you so much. Perhaps one of the strangest ones yet. And I mean that sincerely. And I thank you for that, my friends. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Now, do you want to hear the truth? I hope so, because you're going to hear the truth. And it may not be to your liking, but what are you going to do? Okay? It goes something like this. Number one, Trump is not going to be allowed to take the helm. Let me just say, I'm not going to say he's not going to win. He could very well win. Don't forget, they say that Joe Biden got 82 million votes, 81.2 million or something. Okay? They are not in any way going to allow Donald Trump to win. Now, you know this, and I know this. They're not going to let him do it. And we can all say, who were they? Maybe I mean the voters. I don't know. I don't know. But it just will not do this because you don't understand something. You do. When something is bad in this country, Americans don't stop it. Nothing happens. Nothing is ever done to stop things, to stop bad things. We for example, we had, as a matter of fact, this incredible horror show, this horror that occurred specifically regarding the border. And in fact, when Trump was on Hannity show, he was saying, well, as soon as I'm at day one, we're going to close the border and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah. Remember his first thing was drain the swamp, build a wall, lock her up. Remember that? Kind of built a wall. We're not going to lock her up. We know that. And because he was nice. He doesn't understand how this thing works. He knows now, but he was nice to her. Okay. So understand point number one. He is not going to be allowed. Now, I don't know how this is done. Like I said, in this country, we had story after story, documentary after documentary from our good friend Dinesh showing people pouring ballots, throwing it. None of it was good. None of it in any way even remotely inspired anything being done. Anything. Nothing. Americans don't do anything. If they wanted to blow up, precincts, nobody would do anything. If they wanted to destroy, nobody would do anything. So, and if you said, I think there might have been some kind of voter irregularity, that's what happened last time. And you're a voter denier or an election denier, and you're shut down, and they're not going to let you do it again. So just understand this. You should have seen the look on this person's face. Oh my God. So we're going to pretend there's an election. We're going to pretend. Number two, and you know this, Joe Biden is not going to be in the White House. Joe Biden is not going to be in the White House. Joe Biden is not going to be the nominee. He's not going to win. He can't. Physically, medically, neurologically, he can't do it. It can't be done. It's going to be Gavin Newsom. Now, you might say to yourself, wait a minute, Gavin Newsom said that both of us, meaning Ron DeSantis and he, neither of us will be in the whatever. Nonsense. Nonsense. They're going to say, Mr. Governor Newsom, you said, he goes, yes, but when I said this, I did not know that my country needs me and my party needs me. And I didn't know that President Biden, who fell or had COVID-3 or God knows what, they're going to say, I had no idea at the time that President Biden, and I had no. So when I said I wasn't going to run, I didn't mean, who knew? Okay. So that's number 2. Next, he's on with Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity is trying so hard to be Richard C. Hodelet or, Ed Murrow. He's trying so hard. He's doing good. Remember, last man standing. Hannity's been there forever. So you can say whatever you want about him, but he's a survivor. And anybody who can figure out a way to follow Rush Limbaugh on radio and Bill O'Reilly on TV, that's good. Now, they said, well, you're going to, do this stuff. You're going to, on your first day, there's no chance. He goes, oh, no, I'm going to do this and that. Now, who exactly do you think? Who do you think? And by the way, we're going to get to the story about the J6 people. But who do you think, seriously, he was speaking to? He's speaking to his friend. Trump can't miss a love fest. He can't do it. He doesn't think strategically. He doesn't think like, now I'm going to go on and I'm going to say, Sean, we don't have dictators in this country. We have the separation of powers. What I want to do is I want to serve my country. That's what would happen. That's what would get out. Maybe to somebody who's not watching Fox News, maybe an independent, maybe a third party, maybe somebody who might say, you know what, this guy Trump, you know what, he's not bad. He's not bad. This guy Trump. You know what? I didn't know. Maybe. Well, no, but he completely ruined that by saying on the first day I'm gonna say, because he has this arrogance, whatever, and you love it. The Fox News crew loves it. The audience loves it. But he's already got those people. And I'm telling you again, he's already won with them. He's already won. The people who should be speaking to, if he's serious, are independents, undecideds, and the like. Next, every single day, and you do not know this, you do not know his deepest, darkest, saddest, most angry moments of complete and total disgust over the fact that he's treated and been treated so poorly. Okay. But notwithstanding all that, what's interesting to note and critical to note is that there is no way that he could theoretically, figuratively drive by the White House and say, boy, I can't wait to go back in there. No. He will have the most stripped down staff. Nobody of any note will work with him. Nobody would dare risk 4 more years of I don't know what. It ain't going to happen. He doesn't want it. It almost killed his family. They can't do this. He doesn't have that belly that fire rather in the belly. He's not an LBJ who lived and would kill for the scene. Trump doesn't. And I don't blame him. I'm not saying Trump's weak. I'm telling you, he's out of his mind if he did. There's no way he wants to go back. No way. They can't let him do it. They can't let him do it. They can't let. Lizzie says, I almost would rather see Hillary than Gavin. I agree with you. Hillary Clinton is not what you think. Hillary Clinton is a pragmatist. Hillary Clinton is a pragmatist. She is not a doctrinaire kind of a scary lefty type. Now, we can say this all you want, and we can pretend all you want, and we can talk about all this and one. Trump loves it because they're talking about him. And this Robert Kagan article, my God, it was fantasy. And he's going to be, and Nikki Haley, and I say, Kagan, are you out of your mind? It's almost like he's setting up an alibi to explain. See, Trump's going to make it. Trump's going to make it okay. Trump's going to make it okay. So that's that. That's that. Telly Savalas. Who loves you, baby? I love this guy. And there are great Kojak lines was, I'm going to splatter your brains from here to White Plains. I have no idea. I remember as a kid thinking, what is he talking about? What is this White Plains? He's going to, what is he doing? Crocker! Remember Kevin Dobson and Stavro. Remember his brother? Anyway, aside from that. Next, let's talk about something. The dictator thing, and it's a waste of time. Now, today's topic was one of the most interesting. And somebody set up the topic. Somebody set up this. Do you believe, somebody said, was January the 6th a setup? I could not believe what I was reading. Was January the 6th a setup? And if you didn't hear it this morning, you can answer the question right now. Who believes it was a setup? And please define what that means. Because it wasn't. But go ahead. What does a setup mean to you? It was big this morning. People are going crazy. What is a setup? Come on. Come forward. Come forward, dear friends. Come forward, dear friends. Let us see. What is a setup? What do you think it means? Uh-oh. Hello, everyone. Today is my birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, Lori Partridge. This is the woman who lives by, she loves to watch Russian airplane crash, dashboard cam. Lori has been with us since day one. Everybody send some love out to LP. Okay. Not liquid propane. LP. You know where you love her. She's been with us. Send out your love. Send your love. Send your love. Send your love. Bless her heart. Because we remember family. We remember family. I like it. Setup is the wrong word. That's correct. Every movie has a setup, yes. That the attack came from the inside. No. Fabricated events as if they were true. No. Junior West's birthday is tomorrow. Well, Junior, you got to wait until tomorrow. Tonight's Lori's. It was a situation that was taken advantage of. There we go. Hell, Demetrius, they were telling you they were announcing, here we come. We're all going to be there. Come on. And Trump says, yeah, we're going to be there. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. You want to play that game? One of the most stupid things. Didn't even see that baby coming. Didn't even see that one coming. Come on, give your love up for Lori. Come on, Lori Partridge. It's her birthday. Come on, let's go. Okay. That was one of those things that people just went crazy. Oh, that's an inside. That's like 9/11 was an inside job. What do you mean it was an inside job? What are you talking about? There's a lot of questions there, but America has no interest in that whatsoever. So don't even bring it up. Don't even think about it, okay? Don't even think about it. You got it? You got it? Okay, good. Now, I want to tell you one story, too, which I think was so great. And I love this story. And the more I thought about it, more I said, you know what? There's something a little bit, maybe there's something a little bit to this. Maybe, just maybe, there might be a little something to this story. It's not that crazy. It's not that nutty. It's not that weird. It's not that beyond. But let me bring this to your attention. AOC, and I'm going to give you this link right here. AOC said that she was very afraid that these new Title IX alterations and the like, these amendments to Title IX, and the prohibitions against men from contributing or competing in female sports, that what would happen would be that girls would be forced to submit to what amounts to these untoward, unbelievably horrible in genital inspections, these humiliating acts of inspection, so that people will say, to make sure that there is not a man there. And my question is this, Sandy, as we call her here in New York, what are you doing now? There's already a prohibition against that now as we speak. What are you talking about now? There we go. I don't know what I just did. Uh, our friends, look at TJ Maxx, was founded in 1976 and together with Marshalls in the US formed Marmax, the largest off-price retailer of apparel and home fashions. That is so wonderful. By the way, we're big fans of TJ Maxx, and thank you so much. The level, the variety of contributions are without peer. Okay, now going back to this. This is one of those stories which are so incredible. How did we ever? There have always been prohibitions against men. And by the way, you know who I agree with 100%, and you should read her on Twitter and the like, is Martina Navratilova. She may have you know what for brains when it comes to politics in general, but she's spot on when it comes to the horror that is involved in men competing against women. Okay, how did this happen before? How did this happen before? As you know, there are many distinctions when it comes to sports. Got to be a certain height, excuse me, certain age to compete. Junior varsity, regular varsity, pony, Pop Warner, girls, boys, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Paralympics. You have to have a some type of a limitation, handicap, paralysis, something, right? Somebody's got to prove that. Elderly Olympics, Senior Olympics. We used to have this thing in Florida years ago called Kids versus the Cubs. These were these old folks. They were like, you had to be minimum age of like 95. And they played softball and they wore white pants. Very nice. Well, somebody had to obviously prove that they were 95. I mean, they looked 95, but you got to prove it. So in every other walk of life, in every other world, you have to show something and prove it. And it's never humiliating. We've always had male and female distinctions, but we never had these half-assed male athletes trying to sneak on to compete against women. Not because they're actually women, but because they're cheats and they're thieves and they're not playing by the rules. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. That's it. Now, we had another mass shooter today. I don't even want to get into that. These stories go on and on. You know, when I think about mass shooters, the very fact that we don't have mass shooters every single day is another story. Look, our friends from Barnes& & Noble just showed up. Dive into the world of stories at Barnes & Noble. Discover new adventures, timeless classics, and more. Feed your curiosity today. Thank you so much for that. So nice. So incredibly nice. The level, the diversity of our fandom. It's incredible. So anyway, so this is the kind of stuff. These are the issues that have been a part of and have apparently sought to seize the attention for so long of individuals. And this is why I can't take the idea of what am I trying to say? Of Democrats winning, but they are going to win because there's nothing anybody's going to do about it. Let me ask you a question. Maybe you can help me with this. How do you explain the fact that we went this long without borders being supported? Why? Why do you think? Why do you think we've gone this long? Why? How did that happen? So let me just tell you this much. Get ready. And unless somebody's serious, by the way, I'm going back to the Trump thing again. Have you heard Trump or anybody ever say about what he's going to do or the Republicans are going to do to secure the vote? No. Is there anybody talking about that? No, not even close. You understand what I'm saying? Not even close. Serious. Now, my friends, I have to tell you, and I have to remind you, did you hear this one today? This was also a great, great story. I found this so interesting. Norman Lear died today. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. South Dakota doomsday community preparing for when all hell breaks loose. 575 bunkers. And what we are doing is we are seeing more and more people recognizing the fact, understanding and recognizing the fact that we are about to face something which is so frightening. Everybody within the who has apparently a finger on the pulse. Doomsday bunkers, hoarding, prepping, preparing. These are not things you do just for fun. You don't want to do it just for fun. It's like um, fallout shelters during the days of duck and cover. You didn't build one of those in your backyard just for fun. You do it because you were scared. And you do it because you recognize that things are about to happen that are frankly worth noting. Well, that's why you should pay attention, because when it comes to food, the best in the business is what you're about to hear from. Make a note of this. It's called preparewithlionel.com. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. It's only your life that we're talking about. Patriot, the world at every level and facet is in peril. Everything has changed. The Great Reset is here. Just look around you. You must become more self-reliant and sufficient and secure the future for your family. Act today with My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is the country's largest preparedness company, and it's more than equipped to stock your shelf. Their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit provides delicious breakfast, lunches, and dinners that last up to 25 years in storage. And right now, listen carefully, it's $200 off. That's right. Get over 2,000 calories every day. Just add water and heat, then eat. Make sure every member of your family has a 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go right now to my special website at preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com for $200 in savings. Be sure to order by 3 p.m. for free same-day shipping. It's best to have emergency food and not need it than to need it and not have it. Take $200 off right now at preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Write this down, commit it to memory, preparewithlionel.com. Now, I understand there's some form of debate or something which people are talking about. I have no interest in this whatsoever. And the reason is that, as I've been telling you, what I consider to be important, nobody cares about. How about this? Google debuts its powerful Gemini generative AI model in strike at OpenAI and Microsoft. I have been trying desperately to get the American people to understand this. But the other night, when I tried this, invariably people would say, oh, there you go again. There you go again, because the way I see the world, what I see as being problematic, some people don't. Ladies and gentlemen, PBS, major funding for PBS comes from the Liz Solak Foundation and from the Sparky and Howard Brown Foundation and by viewers like you. Thank you. That was genius. 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 You've done it. You've done it. You've done it. My friends, I hope you don't mind reality. I hope reality is not something that you mind. This is the most. I hope you recognize this. I really do, and I understand, and I understand. By the way, I understand. I understand that it's not fun seeing things my way. I recognize that. It's not fun. And if you listen to me, and I know you do, I will always tell you the truth, even though it's not the best of news. It's like I'm your doctor. I'm going to give you the lab results. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to say something just to just to lie to you. Now, my friends, tomorrow we're not going to be having an early. I have a previous commitment. We're going to get together at, I'm going to say 10 a.m. Does 10 a.m. work for each other? We normally meet at 8, but 10 I've got a thing on it. So 10 o'clock it is. Make sure you are there. Make sure you have a wonderful and a great and a glorious evening. And thank you, PBS and Barnes and Noble, and also there was another one too which I missed before. Lionel and Barack Obama and Trump dating or anyway. I'm sorry, and it's Lori Partridge's birthday. Lori, we love you. You've been with us since day one, and we wish nothing but the best for you on this glorious day. Oh, Telly Savalas, thank you. On this, the celebration of your birth. It's a very, very important thing. Don't do anything too crazy. But thank you. Thank you for being here. And we send you love and positive energy. We think you are great. And the very fact that you are here with us tonight is so important to us. All right, dear friends. Have a great and glorious day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, new time, 10 a.m. just for tomorrow. We might want to mix it up. I don't know. I'm thinking more going towards 9. I don't know. It's 9 might be a little bit better. I don't know. I do not know. The worst thing is when you get somebody, when you get people used to something, you don't want to change it. It's like milking cows. I understand that when they have that daylight saving and you change it, or you move your dog's, wee pad. Not a good idea. All right, friends, we love you. Have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dad.